Hi, I'm Dr. C, and thanks for joining me today on Recipes for Success on the road right here in downtown Detroit. Today I'm coming to the Angelina Italian Bistro where I will meet with Chef Steve and we'll make some wonderful recipes that you can make right in your home. So come on with me. Don't forget, Detroit is coming back and this is the place to be. Recipes for Success on the road.
How are you? Nice to see you.
Very good. Nice to meet you. I'm Dr. C.
Steve C. Krasinski.
Very good. I'm excited to be here at Angelina Bistro.
We're glad to have you.
Talk to us a little bit about the history.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, Angelina's is located in what was formerly the Madison Theater. We've been open for approximately 18 months. The owners here are Mike Viviano and Tom Agasta. They got together and decided to open an Italian restaurant, and here we are. Everything's been redone. The only thing that's really left from the old Madison Theater is the footings, is the bar here. This is done right on the blueprint of the old concession stand from the Madison Theater. So this is really the only semi-original thing left. Everything else has been redone. We do everything here from scratch. It's a scratch cooking. We make our bread, we make pasta, we make gnocchi, we smoke our own meat, we smoke our own fish. This is an exciting part of town, and it's something that when Detroit makes its comeback, we think we're situated in the perfect place.
All right, and Detroit is making a comeback.
Absolutely.
Now, I like the fact that we're located right near the Detroit Opera House and Comerica Park.
Sure, right across the street from the Opera House, and about a half a block from Comerica Park. It's nice here. We have windows here that open right out to the street, kind of unique. And when something big going on at Comerica Park, if something happens, you can hear the roar of the crowd here at the restaurant, and you glance up at the TV and you can catch what actually happened.
So it's perfectly located.
Absolutely.
Perfectly located. Just a quick walk in either direction, and great food, like you said. Everything is home cooked,
Yes, it is.
and even dessert is home cooked.
Everything
right?
made from scratch.
Everything made from scratch. So we want to invite you to come down to Angelina Bistro here in Detroit. Recipes for Success is on the road. I'm excited about today. What are we going to make today?
We're going to make Angelina's world famous crab cakes.
All right, so let's get started.
Okay.
We can make these at home, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. This is a very easy recipe. Anybody can make it.
Okay.
You're going to make the crab cakes.
I'm going to make them today.
Okay.
Man. Okay.
This recipe is for a pound of crab, but you could substitute salmon if you wanted. Crab is on the expensive side, but this is very easily, this recipe could translate into salmon, and it would be just as good.
Okay.
So this is a pound of crab. We'll just take this crab and put it into the in there. I've gone through it ahead of time, and I picked through to make sure that there's no shells or anything in there. The companies are usually pretty good about it. So, all right, so we'll put the crab in there.
All right.
Then we put mayonnaise.
Oh, how much?
This is a cup of mayonnaise. You can put the whole thing in.
Okay. All righty. Now, do you make your mayonnaise, or do you just?
We do make mayonnaise,
Okay.
but you can get Hellman's mayonnaise. I always think is the best one for this kind of thing. It holds up the best.
Okay.
But any mayonnaise that you can use is fine.
Okay.
Then we put in some onions. This is about a third of an onion. Put the whole thing in.
All right.
We do about a third of a red pepper.
All right.
We chop up some fresh parsley. We use flat leaf Italian parsley here at the restaurant because we like the flavor. It's more flavorful than the curly.
Right.
If you can only get the curly, that's fine too. It's not going to make that big of a difference.
Now, question: you don't have stems in here. Do you not use
Nope.
the stems?
Nope. We don't use the stems to cook with. We pick the leaf off and just use that and chop it. We put a couple eggs into there.
All right. And we put eggs for?
Eggs help it to help bind it.
And
So
help keep it light too?
Sure, absolutely. That way you're putting in less mayonnaise.
Okay.
We have a little bit of lemon juice.
All right. And that does what?
Just for flavor.
For flavor?
Yep. A little bit of salt and pepper. In the restaurant, we use for everything except baking. You use kosher salt.
Oh wow!
It's just a different salinity. It's not as salty tasting as regular iodized salt.
Okay.
You could use iodized salt if you wanted, but I would use less.
What about sea salt?
Your sea salt's fine.
Okay.
Sea salt's fine. Then we put a little bit of Dijon mustard.
Dijon mustard. Okay. I love
Okay.
Dijon. Okay.
To that, we put some breadcrumb.
Right.
This is not just filler, but it also will bind it together.
Okay, all of it?
All of it.
Okay. All right. This is is easy. Just
Oh,
mix
this
it
is a
all
piece
up
of
there.
cake. Piece of cake. Mix it all together.
Okay. I'm kind of rough cooker.
Oh, that's okay. You can't hurt it.
All right.
You definitely can't hurt it.
Almost there. I think I got almost all the egg mixed in.
Yep, all you have to do is thoroughly mix it.
Okay.
Once you get to that point.
And I notice it's not all liquidy. It's, you know.
No, it's you want it to be light, but that it'll still fall apart a little bit, but you don't want it so that it's too loose.
Okay.
So when we get to this point, at the restaurant here, we use a ice cream scooper. Most people have at home.
Okay.
You can make these as large or as small as you'd like.
Okay.
Take an ice cream scoop into the breadcrumbs like this, and these are just plain breadcrumbs. You don't have. Nope, these aren't seasoned. You could season them if you wanted.
Okay.
And you just be gentle with them.
Okay.
It's a real light coating of bread, and they're done.
They're all done. Very good.
Then we take it to the saute pan, and we serve it.
Very good. Look great. Now I'm gonna go with Chef Steve, and we're gonna cook those at the stove in just a moment. Okay, Chef Steve, so we're going to cook these crab cakes. What kind of oil are you? I see you're heating the pan up first.
Always start with a hot pan. That's one of the biggest mistakes that cooks make at home. They rush and don't let the pans heat up properly. When you let the pan heat up properly, nothing sticks. That's the best part about that.
Good tip. Very good tip. Heat the pan up first so you have non-stick pan. All right.
We cook with a blend of canola and olive oil. It's less expensive than cooking with straight extra virgin oil. If you cook with extra virgin oil, you're wasting your money because the oil breaks down and you're not getting that extra virgin flavor, and that's what you're paying for. So you're better cooking off with a pure or just a regular olive oil or a blend. Okay. And we use canola and olive oil blend. So again, we use squirt bottles because we're a fancy restaurant. Bring the pan till the oil just gets to the smoke point. And we're very careful.
It didn't like pop all over the place. That was like perfect. At home it would have popped everywhere.
It's years of training. So just because we have the power to cook on a very high heat, you don't always have to. Bring your pan up. See, these aren't even sticking. These are going to be so easy.
They look great. Absolutely great.
They smell good.
Now, the crab is already cooked before you put it in there.
Yes, any crab that you're going to buy at the store in a can or in a plastic container, that's already cooked.
Okay.
So I can tell that it's starting to brown around the edges. So we flip them over when they're golden brown.
Now, is the goal to cook it all the way through, or just to get a nice golden on both sides?
You have to cook it all the way through, but you get a golden brown on the outside.
Okay.
And the trick in the restaurant is you put it into the oven.
I think we can do that at home too.
You can do that at home.
Do that at home. Okay.
A couple minutes in the oven, and they'll be good to go.
All right, about 350.
350 for 3-4 minutes, and you'll be ready to go. Like we said earlier, the crab is already cooked. You're basically you want to heat the egg, cook the egg all the way through, and that only takes a few minutes.
Okay, thank you. Very good.